Hello students, today we are going to do question number 16 on page number 85. Here there are two partners, Neela and Sheila. They share profit and loss in capital proportion. Here trial balance of partnership firm of Neela and Sheila as on 31st March 2017 is given. And some adjustments are given about closing stock, interest on partners' capital, interest on drawings, bad debt reserve on debtors, outstanding expenses, and depreciation on machinery and furniture. On the basis of these informations, we have to prepare final account of the partnership firm. Here you have to prepare trading account, profit and loss account, profit and loss appropriation account, partners capital account, and balance sheet as on 31st March 2017. Here I have posted all the amounts from trial balance and left space for adjustments. Here in question, opening capital balance of partners is given and drawing is given, which will be recorded on partners capital account. Then information regarding suppliers and customers are given, that means creditors and debtors, which will be recorded on balance sheet. Then information regarding goods returned is given, that means purchase return and sales return, which will be recorded in trading account. Then information regarding bills is given. The amount which is shown on credit side is bills payable, which is 20,800, and amount which is shown on debit side is bills receivable, which is rupees 15,000. Then in trial balance, amount of bad debts is given, which will be recorded on debit side of profit and loss account as it is a loss for the firm. Then bad debt reserve is given, which is rupees 1,300. Then purchase and sales are given, which will be recorded in trading account. Then amount of wages is given, which will be recorded on debit side of trading account as it is an expense which is directly related to production. Now outstanding wages is also given, which is rupees 2,000. As credit balance in trial balance, which is a liability, its balance is shown on credit side because it is a liability, and as we all know that all liabilities have credit balance. Then balance of machinery is given, which is rupees 36,500, which is fixed asset for the firm. Now here we are given DAP on machinery in trial balance, which is rupees 3,500, which will be added to the amount of machinery in order to get opening balance of machinery. Then furniture is given, which is rupees 12,000, will be recorded in balance sheet on assets. Then opening stock is given, which is rupees 46,100, which will be recorded on debit side of trading account. Now next item is prepaid insurance, which is given in trial balance, and it will be recorded in balance sheet under the heading of current assets. Prepaid insurance rupees 200. Then next item is salary, as it is an indirect expense, so it will be recorded on debit side of profit and loss account. Then insurance premium is given, which is rupees 2,000, and which will be recorded on debit side of profit and loss account. Then rent and taxes is given, which is rupees 12,000. It will be written in inner column as it has an adjustment. Then advertisement expense is given, which is rupees 2,900, which will be recorded on debit side of profit and loss account under the heading of selling and distribution expense. Then amount of goodwill is given, which is rupees 72,000, and it will be recorded in balance sheet under the heading of intangible assets. Here intangible asset means the assets which cannot be touched and cannot be seen. Then amount of leasehold building is given, which is 14,000, and it will be written under the heading of fixed asset. The next item is, which is the last item, Leela's loan, which is rupees 30,000, and it will be written under the heading of non-current liability. In this way, I have posted all the items from trial balance, and let's move on to adjustment. Now, first adjustment is closing stock rupees 1,10,000 and having market value 20% more than book value. Here, information regarding market value of closing stock is also given. Whenever cost price of closing stock and market value of closing stock are given, in that case, closing stock will be valued at the amount whichever is lower, which is based on prudence concept. I think you all must have remembered concept of prudence, which says an accountant does not take into account anticipated profit but provides for all anticipated loss. So here we will record closing stock at the value of 1,10,000 as it is given in adjustment. So it will have two effects. First effect will be on credit side of trading account, 1,10,000, and second effect would be on asset side in balance sheet under the heading of current assets, 1,10,000. As closing stock means all unsold goods at the time of financial closing. It is an asset for the firm. Now, second adjustment is about interest payable on partner's capital, which is 6%. So, first effect of it would be on credit side of partner's capital, as it is an income for the partner which partner is receiving from his firm. So, 6,000 for Neela, 6% of 1 lakh, and for Sheila, she is receiving 3,000, that means 6% of 50,000. And second effect of it would be on debit side of profit and loss appropriation account, as it is a kind of transaction between partners and partnership firm. So while recording in profit and loss appropriation account, we have to think from firm's point of view, as it is an expense for the firm, so it will be recorded on debit side of profit and loss appropriation account. Here firm is making payment to its partner. For Neela it is 6,000 and for Sheila it is 3,000, and total of both this is 9,000. Now, third adjustment is interest on drawings recoverable from partners Neela 900 and Sheila 600. So, first effect of it would be on credit side of profit and loss appropriation account, 900 and 600, total 1,500 in outer column, as it is an income for the firm which firm is receiving from its partners. And second effect of it would be on debit side of partner's capital account, as it is an expense or payment made by the partner to their firm. Now, next adjustment is about bad debt reserve, which is 5%. So, first effect of it would be deduction from debtors. 5% of 90,000 is 4,500, and in outer column we will get 85,500, which means firm has doubt that 5% of the debtors will not be able to pay, so firm is making provision for that, which will reduce debtors. And second effect of it would be on debit side of profit and loss account as addition to bad debts, which is rupees 4,500, as bad debt reserve is a possible or expected loss and it is as good as bad debts. So by adding these two and by subtracting 1,300, we will get 3,600 in outer column. Now, next adjustment is about outstanding rent and outstanding salary, which is rupees 300 and 950 respectively. So first, let's give effect for outstanding rent, which will be recorded on debit side of profit and loss account. Outstanding rent, which is rupees 300, and in outer column we will write 12,000 300. Outstanding rent, which is rupees 300, though it is yet to be paid, but it must be shown in profit and loss account as it is an expense of current year. Similarly, outstanding salary, which is rupees 950, will be added to salary, and in outer column we will get 23,950. Now second effect of it would be on liability side in balance sheet under the heading of current liability. Outstanding salary 950 and outstanding rent 300. It is a liability for the firm as firm will have to pay it in future. Now as per the last adjustment, firm will have to provide depreciation 10% on machinery and 5% on furniture. So first let's calculate depreciation on machinery. Here in this question, depreciation on machinery is given in trial balance also. So first we will add dep as per trial balance to the amount of machinery in order to get opening balance of machine. So by adding it, we will get 40,000, which is the amount of machine before depreciation. So on this amount, that means on 40,000, 10% depreciation will be calculated, which is 4,000. In outer column, we will get 36,000. Now let's calculate DAP on furniture, which is 5%. So 5% of 12,000 is 600. In outer column, we will get 11,400. Now second effect of it would be on debit side of profit and loss account, as it is an expense for the firm. So here two effects of adjustments have been given. Now let's move on to hidden adjustments. Here in trial balance, information regarding leasehold building is given. Amount of leasehold building is given 14,000, and in bracket it is given that the building is taken on lease for 5 years from 1st October 2014. So let's see calculation for this. Here period for leasehold building is 5 years, which is starting from 1st October 2014. And as we are preparing final account for the year ending on 31st March 2017, according to that, out of 5 years, 1.5 years period is completed. That means from 1st October 2014 to 31st March 2016, this period is completed. Therefore, remaining amount, which is rupees 14,000, is to be written off for 3.5 years. Now why 3.5 years? 3.5 years period is remaining period. That means out of 5 years minus 1.5 years. Why we are deducting 1.5 year? This period is completed. That means out of 5 years, which is starting from 1st October 2014, 1.5 year period is completed. So we will get 3.5 years, which is remaining period. So remaining amount, which is rupees 14,000, is to be written off for 3.5 years. So we will calculate it like this. If for 3.5 years amount is 14,000, then what will be the amount for 1 year? So we will get 4,000. So 4,000 per year will be written off. So first effect of it would be deduction from leasehold building. 4,000 leasehold building written off. In outer column we will get 10,000. Second effect of it would be on debit side of profit and loss account to written off leasehold building. 4,000. It will have same effect as we give for depreciation. Now next hidden adjustment is about outstanding interest on loan given by partner Leela. Here In the question, in trial balance, it is given that partner Leela has given loan to the firm on 1st November 2016, and with that interest rate is also given, which is 8%. Let's see calculation for this. Here loan amount is 30,000, rate of interest is 8%, and as she has given loan on 1st November 2016, so she is entitled to get interest from this day only. So from 1st November 2016 to 31st March 2017, there are 5 months. So interest will be calculated for 5 months. In this way, we will get 1000 as outstanding interest on Leela's loan. So first effect of it would be on liability side in balance sheet, 1000, as it is a liability for the firm to pay interest on partner's loan. And second effect of it would be on debit side of profit and loss account under the heading of financial expense, as it is an expense for the firm in current year, so it will be recorded on debit side of profit and loss account. Now, as all things are recorded, now it's time to close accounts. So first we will close trading account. Here total of credit side is more. So first we will write total, which is 3,68,500. And difference will appear on debit side, which is gross profit, 1,50,400, which will be transferred to profit and loss account. On credit side, by trading account GP, 1,50,400. Now we will close profit and loss account, and here firm is getting net profit, which will be transferred to profit and loss appropriation account. Net profit is 96,050 rupees. So now let's transfer it to profit and loss appropriation account on credit side by P&L account, net profit 96,050 rupees. Now let's close profit and loss appropriation account. Here also total of credit side is more, which is 97,550. And here difference would appear on debit side of profit and loss appropriation account, which will be called divisible profit. Here divisible profit is 88,550, which will be distributed to partners in capital proportion. As in question, it is given that partners are sharing profit and loss in capital proportion. Here capital proportion is 2:1, which will be found out on the basis of capital balance of Neela and Sheila, which is 10 lakh and 50,000. So by cancelling all common zeros and with common factor 5, we will cancel it out and we will get 2:1. So according to this distribution, Neela will get 59,033 and Sheila will get 29,517. So let's record it here, 59,033 and 29,517. Now as this is profit, so it will be recorded on credit side of partners capital account, as profit increases the amount of capital balance. So let's write it here. Now let's close partners capital accounts. First we will close capital account of Neela. Here total of credit side is more, which is 1,65,033. So here difference would appear on debit side, which will be called closing capital balance of Neela. To balance CD 1,44,133. Similarly, we will close capital account of Sheila. Here total is 82,517. So in this way we will get closing capital of Sheila, which is 67,917. Now this closing capital will be transferred in balance sheet. 1,44,133, 67,917, and total is 2,12,050. And now our balance sheet will get tallied with the amount of 3,41,100.